I caught my fiancé installing cameras in my apartment. His excuse made me check his browser history. My fiancé insisted on setting up our new Wi-Fi router last weekend while he was organizing cables. I caught him installing hidden cameras in my bathroom vent and bedroom smoke detector. When confronted, he claimed it was to keep me safe while he travels for work. His browser history revealed searches for how to monitor wife without her knowing, and a shared folder with 16 other men called unsuspecting wives partial. I never thought I'd be the woman who discovers her relationship is built on surveillance and lies. Jake and I met 3 years ago through mutual friends. He was attentive, successful, and seemed refreshingly protected after my previous boyfriend had been completely indifferent. Looking back, the red flags were there from the beginning. Per and I just mistook them for care. Jake always needed to know where I was, insisted I share my location for safety, and would call repeatedly if I didn't answer texts within minutes. When I expressed discomfort, he'd say, "I worry because I love you so much. Is that so wrong?" 6 months ago, he proposed. Although we maintained separate apartments due to his frequent business trips, we planned to buy a house together after the wedding. Jake often stayed at my place, gradually moving more of his belongings in. Last Saturday, our internet had been spotty and Jake immediately offered to replace my router. "I'll handle everything," he insisted. "I know you are not great with technology." I agreed, grateful for the help, and went grocery shopping while he set everything up. When I returned, I found him on a stepladder in the bathroom, screwdriver in hand, with the vent cover removed. Something small and black was half visible inside. "What are you doing?" I asked, startling him. "Just fixing the ventilation," he replied too quickly. It was rattling. "I might not be tech savvy, but I am not stupid. That doesn't look like a ventilation issue." His face reddened. "But it's for your protection. I worry when I am traveling." My stomach dropped. "A camera in my bathroom and one in the bedroom," he admitted, pointing to the smoke detector. "They connect to my phone so I can check on you. It's because I care." I demanded he remove them immediately and hand them over. As he reluctantly complied, I noticed something disturbing. Paired to these weren't new devices. They showed where and had been used before. "How long have you been recording me?" My voice shook. "Just since we got engaged," he said, as if that made it acceptable. "I need to know you are safe when I am gone." That night, after Jake left, taking the cameras but leaving his laptop, I did something I'd never done before. I searched his browser history. What I found shattered everything I thought I knew about our relationship. Searches for undetectable bathroom cameras, how to hide recording devices from wife, and monitoring spouse remotely. A folder labeled Amanda contained hundreds of videos of me sleeping, showering, changing clothes, parent moments I thought were completely private. Worse still was an encrypted folder I managed to access using his predictable password, my birth date. Implied was a shared drive called Unsuspecting Wives Per Lie with subfolders labeled with women's names, parents 16 in total, including me. The most recent activity showed Westes from 3 days ago. My hands trembling, I copied everything to an external drive, then called my brother, who works in cybersecurity. By morning, I changed my locks, filed a police report, and contacted a lawyer. Jake called 37 times that day, his messages evolving from confusion to anger to desperate pleading. "It was just to keep you safe," his final boast nail claimed. "You are overreacting. Ex-Senators, they're partners these days." The detective handling my case later told me they found evidence Jake had been installing cameras in women's apartments for at least 7 years. 3 of the other women in the folder were ex-girlfriends who had no idea they'd been recorded. The collection had been shared with a private group of men who exchanged similar videos. 2 months later, Jake is facing multiple felony charges, and I am in therapy processing the violation of privacy that had been happening right under my nose. My apartment feels like my own again, though I still check the vents and smoke detectors every few days. Sometimes protection is just control wearing a convincing disguise, and sometimes the person claiming to keep you safe is the very danger you need protection from.